Well, that should please the people. Live! No, excuse me. This is the L2C Media Network on YouTube. Live from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk in the Tom O'Neill Studios, and boy, am I happy we can say that again. This is Steve's Sporty Balls, where sports and comedy come together in one big-ass lump with supposed sports director Steve the Baxman Baxley. As always, Steve's Sporty Balls are sponsored by the fine folks at the L2C Media Network. Why? Because we're too stubborn to get an actual sponsor for this show. And now, with the stories and the scores that make the sports world sing in somewhat imperfect harmony, here's our buddy, Steve the Baxman Bax. Hey, thank you, Harry. Good evening, everybody. It is great to see you. Great. How do you like that? Man, it's taken a long time for the hair to grow. But, oh, I kind of like the short look. Maybe I'll do this again. Maybe I'll do it for the whole show. Don't count on it. Anyway, welcome, everybody, to the broadcast. You're probably hearing the fan as I adjust the microphone. I'll kill the fan. I'll shut the fan off. I won't actually kill it because it's a fan and we love fans. Anyway, hey, always hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell, and we'll let you know when we're on. We usually post that on my Facebook page and my Twitter page. Twitter page is at Lugnuts6. That is our Twitter handle. And yes, we are CG. But we will never be PG. Yes, we are Comicsgate fans. That's right. Anyway. Hello, darling. Nice to see you. It's been a long time. Anyway, let's get on with this because we have a lot to do and an hour to do it in. Now about 15 minutes. All right. As always, the scoreboard is presented by Caesar Sportsbook and Casino. Just remember, we are all Caesars, but even Caesars have their limits. And if you have reached your limits, well, there's one place to go, and one place to call, and that is the National Council on Problem Gambling and their national helpline. It's 1-800-522-4700. That's 1-800-522-4700. Please call because they love to help you. There we go. Just in case I am wearing a tank top, yes. There we are. There we go. Hey, it's a man wearing a tank top. That's right. That's right. It's a man wearing a tank top. There we go. All right. There we go. All right, let's get to it. Let's hang on, folks. Oops. Oops. Oh well. We did it again. Yes, I know we did it again. And I'm going to have to get a new phone too. I tell you, I'm going from now on. I'm getting something to cover this because look at that screen. Look at it. It's all cracked. I know. I know. Anyway, we have a lot of sports to do, but as they say in the business,
Hello, Moto.
there we go. Okay, we got it fixed so you don't hear the background. I won't get copyright struck. Okay, there. All right. Welcome to the show. Yes. All right, let us get to the magical moment that we all love to say hi. 6 minutes and 30 seconds on the air and only a brief monologue. Anyway, let's get to it, shall we? We got 3 games still going on, although one is technically delayed due to raindrops keep falling on their heads. Right now in the 6th inning, the Astros and the Diamondbacks are tied at 1. In the top of the 5th inning, the San Francisco Giants are laying waste to the San Diego Padres by a score of 10-3. And top of the 8th inning, being delayed by some rough weather, Dodgers lead the Twins 7-1. Okay, well, the Tigers won yesterday, so what happens today? They drop one. That's right, folks. The Red Sox come back to win by a score 5-3, 5-9-1 for the Sox, 3-5-1 for Los Tigres. Winning pitcher for the Red Sox, Whitlock. He's 1-0. Lange, or Ted Lange. There you go. Anyway. He got the loss for Tigers. He's 0-1. The Cleveland Guardians did it again. They won their game against the Cincinnati Reds 10-5, 10-10-0 for the Guardians, 5-5-1 for the Reds. Stefan was your winner for the Guardians. He's 1-0. Strickland. Oh yeah, Mr. Strickland, how you doing? Obviously not too good. Strickland got the loss. He's 0-1. Let's keep going. Okay, Chicago White Sox beat the Seattle Mariners 3-2. 3-6-0 for the Sox, 2-7-1 for the Mariners. Lopez gets a win for the Chicago folk. 1-0 is his record. Barash, well, he was a little harsh. He got the loss. He's 0-1, and Hendricks gets his first save of the White Sox. Yes, he saved the White Sox tonight from any further embarrassment. Chicago Cubs on a tear. They defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates 2-1, 2-8-0 for Los Cubbies, 1-6-0 for the Pirates. Smiley got the win for the Cubs, former Detroit Tigre. He's now 1-0. Quintana got the loss. He's 0-1. Robertson, oh dear God, Robertson got his second save for the Cubbies. Huzzah. All right, Tampa Bay Rays laid the smackdown on the Oakland Athletics in 10 innings, 9-8, 9-13-1 for the Rays, 8-8-3 for the Athletics. Winning pitcher, Thompson, the first win for the Rays. He's 1-0. Trevino gets the loss for the Athletics. Believe it or not, that's his first loss of the season. New York Mets defeated the Philadelphia Phillies 2-0, 2-3-0 for the Mets. 0-5-0 I think they're the cousin of Hawaii 50 for the Phillies. McGill. That's right. That's right. If you love McGill, you'll love him again. He got his second win. For the Mets, Wheeler gets his first loss for the Phillies, and Diaz gets his first save for the Mets. Milwaukee Brewers hit along little doggy to the kind and inebriated folks of the Baltimore Orioles, 5-4. 5-9-1 for the Brews, 4-7-3 for the Orioles. Milner gets the first win of his career as a Brewer. Meanwhile, Bautista gets the first loss in his career this season. And the Brewers' Heater came in for his second save. Oh joy, oh raptor. New York Yankees blanked the Toronto Blue Jays, and you can fill in that blank if you are so inclined to do so. Me, if it were me, I wouldn't fill it in because that would destroy the score. Yankees 4, Blue Jays nothing. 4-7-1 for the Yanks, 0-5-1 for the Jays. Holmes got his win, the first of the season, and Kikuchi. Or if you're a Charo fan, Kikuchi got the big win for the Yankees, or actually the big loss for the Blue Jays. Kikuchi 0-1, Holmes for the Yankees 1-0. All right, California Angels over the Florida Marlins by a score of 4-3, 4-4-2 for the Angels. 3-5-0 for the Marlins. Iglesias gets the win for the Angels. He goes 0-1-0. And Bender, kiss my shiny. You know what? I've tried to do Bender's voice, but I can't get it rightly so. So there you go. Bender 0-1. Okay, Braves. Outlast the Washington Nationals 16-4. Man, no wonder the owners want to sell that team. 16-19-0 for the Braves, 4-9-2 for the Nats. Elder gets the win for the Braves. He's 1-0. Corbin sinks now to 0-2. Yarg. And Stevens gets his first save for the Braves. Huzzah. St. Louis Cardinals over the Kansas City Royals by a score of 6-5, 6-10-0 for Les Cardinals, 5-8-0 for Les Royals. Hicks gets in his licks and takes his first win for the Cards. Lynch takes his first loss for the Royals. And Gallegos, and Voive gets his first save. And finally, the Colorado Rockies laid waste to the Texas Rangers by a score of 4-1, 4-7-0 for the Rocks, 1-4-1 for the Rangers. Yes, friends, where else would you go for that kind of a game? And that, my friends, is part of the baseball glamour. Now, we go over to the other MLB, minor league baseball. We go to the classes, and here we go with AAA, and we got some games still going on. Top of the ninth inning, it's Albuquerque 9, Tacoma 8, another 9-inning topper, El Paso 13, Oklahoma City 9. Gee, those two games are going to end early. Scusa. Final scores, believe it or not. Here we are. Believe it or not. Worcester defeated Lehigh Valley by a score of 8-3, 8-9-2 for Worcester, 3-8-9 8-0 for Lehigh Valley. Reno defeated Sacramento 11-4. 11-14-1 for Reno, 4-8-2 for Sacramento. Buffalo defeated Rochester 6-4, 6-10-0 for Buffalo, 4-10-0 for Rochester. Columbus over the Qs, 5-0, 5-8-0 for Columbus, 0-4-4 for the Qs. Yes. Norfolk over Scranton by a score of 3-1, 3-8-0 for the Folk, 1-7-1 for Scranton. Jacksonville defeated Durham 7-0, 7-11-0 for the Jayville, and 0-2-2 for Durham. Memphis beat Charlotte 9-2, 9-11-0 for Memphis, 2-9-1 for Charlotte. Gwinnett over Nashville 4-3, 4-9-0 for Gwinnett, 3-10-1 for Nashville. Final score in 5 innings, obviously a double dip. Indianapolis over St. Paul 5-1. Iowa beat Toledo. 5-8-1 for Indianapolis, 1-4-all for St. Paul. Iowa beat Toledo 8-5, 8-12-0 for Iowa, 5-7-0 for Toledo. Round Rock over Sugarland by a score of 7-6, 7-16-3 for Round Rock, 6-9-0 for Sugarland. This game was suspended in the top of the 6th due to rain. Louisville leads Omaha by a score of 3-1. It'll be completed on April 13th, which I do believe is tomorrow. And finally, Las Vegas and Salt Lake were postponed due to some rotten weather. And by the way, speaking of which, we got weather to do shortly, but right now we do have to do this little message for you. We preview, as we always do, what's coming up with Nikki Ricada. That's right. That's right, folks. It's time once more for another edition of the cheesiest thing in the free world. That's right. Time for us to signify the beginnings of a promo for Lost Blaney the Interwebs with the humble Minnesota lawyer Nick Ricada of Ricada Law and Ricada Law channel here on YouTube. And tonight, Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. Day one, and I think he's going to have a little something about it. If not, then we're going to have to wait for day 2 tomorrow morning at around 8 o'clock as he continues to stream the unalienable stream. That's right. Okay, we've done our best with what we got. With what we got. Do-do-do-do. 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 All right. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's not Monday. Depp opening thoughts and the Brooklyn shooting. That's tonight's topic on Lost Blaney the Interwebs with the humble Minnesota lawyer, Nick Ricada. Let's give you some more scores. That's right. We go from the triple to the double to the double A MCO. And don't worry, Dandelion Fluff, we will give you hockey scores. Okay, in double A, Springfield, they beat Arkansas 6-3, 6-11-2 for Springfield, 3-3-0 for Arkansas. Portland defeated Harrisburg 7-1, 7-11-3 for Portland, 1-8-4 for Harrisburg. Somerset defeated Erie 2-1, 2-5-1 for Somerset, 1-8-0 for Erie. Altoona Albatross. That's right. They beat Richmond 3-2. 360 for Altoona. 281 for Richmond. New Hampshire slam danced Hartford 11-4, 11-10-0 for Hamp, 4-8-0 for Hartford. Binghamton over Bowie 9-4. Hey, that wasn't bad. Hey, hi there. 9-0 for Binghamton, 4-8-0 for Bowie. Akron defeated Reading by a score of 5-4, 5-5-3 for Akron, 4-7-0 for Reading. Chattanooga defeated Birmingham 16-4, 16-15-0 for Chattanooga, 4-8-1 for Birmingham. Corpus Christi over Midland 11-4, 11-13-0 for Corpus Christi, 4-15-3 for Midland. Pensacola over Rocket City 4-3, 4-10-3 for Pensacola, 3-2-0 for Rocket City. Tennessee over the Montgomery Biscuits 4-3 Tennessee, 4-9-1 in their book, 3-6-0 for Montgomery. Biloxi, a 6-4 winner over Mississippi, 6-7-1 for Biloxi, 4-7-5 for MISSISSIPPI. Amarillo 4, Tulsa 3, 4-9-2 for Amarillo, 3-8-0 for Tulsa. Frisco beat San Antonio 6-4, 6-10-0 for Frisco, 4-8-3 for the complexed San Antonio. Northwest Arkansas over Wichita by a score of 8-6, 8-0 for Northwest Arkansas, 6-6-2 for Wichita. And there you go. There is double A. Let's go now to the Idaho. That's right, the high A. Bottom of the 8th, Tri-City over Vancouver, 4-3. Bottom of the 7th, Everett and Hillsboro tied at 3. Final scores, Bowling Green over Hickory, 14-7, 14-12-2 for Bowling Green, 7-9-4 for Hickory. In 11 innings, West Michigan beat Lansing 11-10, 11-8-2 for West Michigan, 10-12-0 for Lansing. Lake County over Dayton, 5-1, 5-4-2 for Lake County, 1-5-2 for Dayton. Fort Wayne slammed into the South Bend Cubbies and won 5-3. 5-6-2 for Fort Wayne, 3-4-2 for South Bend. Greenville blanked Asheville by a score of 11-0, 11-11-2 for Greenville, 0-6-3 for Asheville. Winston-Salem over Greensboro, 4-3, 4-9-1 for Winston-Salem, 3-5-0 for Greensville. Hudson Valley over Rome, 11-1, 11-12-0 for Hudson Valley, 1-6-1 for Rome, if you want to. Brooklyn over the Jersey Shore, 5-2, 5-12-0 for Brooklyn, 2-7-0 for Jersey Shore. Aberdeen came back to defeat Wilmington by a score of 7-6, 7-10-1 for Aberdeen, 6-10-0, believe it or not, for Wilmington. Cedar Rapids over the Quad Cities. Yes, friends. Final score 8-1, 8-9-0 for Cedar Rapids, 1-3-0 for the Quad. Okay, Great Lakes Loons over Peoria, 15-2, 15-13-1 for Great Lakes. 2-5-0 for Peoria. Wisconsin over Beloit, 6-3, 6-10-0 for Wisconsin. 3-5-3 for Beloit. And Spokane and Eugene, well, they ran into some rotten weather. So there you go on the high A. Now for the final component, the single A. And then we got a lot more for you. Top of the 9th inning, I'm going to say Visalia will win it. 10-1 says that because that's what the score is, 10-1. 10-16-0 for Visalia, 1-6-0 for Lake Hills-Inoa. Top of the 7th inning, Rancho Cucamonga is leading the Inland Empire by a really wacky score of 8-1. 8-1. Thank you. Almost gave the entire score away, knowing full well we do not do that until it's a final. San Jose leads Fresno in the bottom of the 8th, 5-1. And Modesto is on its way to win. Right now, they're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Modesto leads Stockton 12-3. Fredericksburg over Carolina 6-2. 6-9-2 for Fredericksburg, 2-4-1 for Carolina. St. Lucie blanked Clearwater 6-0. 6-10-1 for St. Lucie. 0-3-3 for Clarence. Delmarva. Delmarva. They want to get to Lynchburg. And the final score, Delmarva 6, Lynchburg 3. 6-11-1 for Delmarva, 3-6-0 for Lynchburg. Tampa defeated Dunedin by a score of 3-1, 3-8-1 for Tampa, 1-6-0 for Dunedin. In the 10th frame, Daytona beats Palm Beach 3-2, 3-6-1 for Daytona, 2-10-0 for Palm Beach. Bradenton over Lakeland 4-3, 4-11-0 for Bradenton, 3-8-1 beat Lexington. Kannapolis beat Down East by a score. By a score 7-2, 7-9-1 for Kannapolis. Down East 2-3-2. And final in 10 innings, Fort Myers beats Jupiter again 6-5, with the hits 14 for Fort Myers, 12 for the for Jupiter, and of course 2 errors to 1 error by my force. Okay, thank you very much. That well, that ain't the whole Magilla. It's over here. In 12 innings, Myrtle Beach defeated Augusta by a score of 2-1, 2-7-3 for a bit of a sticky Wickham. Yep. Salem over Ferryville by a score. Fayette Bureau. Okay, saved by the Fayette Bureau. All right. In 11 innings, Salem defeated the Fayetteville Penguins. Now that the summer is running away. Okay, I think I'll clap. Yep. All right. Salem beat Fayetteville by a score of 11-7, 11-10-3. For that, that's my. Anyway. Oh, yeah, I've already done that part. Sorry. Columbia beat Charleston 6-2, 6-8-2 for Columbia, 2-2-0 for Charleston. Made in Carolina. Bum, 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 bum. Ruppity-bop. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-do-ba-do-bo-bo. Okay, and that's it for our baseball segment. Let's keep the fun level going with something of a little itty-bitty problemo here. Ooh, okay. Well, Okay. give me about a few moments. I will return to the show in a little bit. Just got to check on a few things. We'll be back. We'll have more madness. After you take a look at this world, we'll be this world, yeah, and this word from this world. We shall return shortly. I just gotta use the little boys' room. Yeah, I gotta use the little boys' room, otherwise known as the big boys' room. Okay. And little bitty bitty little. Much on the light stuff. Love, at last I found you. Found you. Uno, if you will. I know I got to clean up that mess over there, and I got to clean up this mess over here. Yep, it's clean day. All right, how you doing? We're back. We're back. Aren't you glad? I know I am. So, where were we? Oh yes, we had a little business to do. Yes. Let's see. Yep, we still got single A left. Okay. Let's get on with. Oh yeah, yeah. I think we only did one. So no, let me see. Albuquerque mid ninth. It's Tacoma leading Albuquerque 10-9. Final score: El Paso over Oklahoma City by a score of 13-11. 13-16-2 for El Paso. Meow. And 11-11-1 for Albuquerque. Worcester over Lehigh Valley 8-3, 8-9-2 for Worcester, 3-8-0 for Lehigh Valley. Reno over Sacramento 11-4, 11-14-1 for Reno, 4-8-2 for Sacramento. Buffalo over Rochester 6-4, 6-10-0 for Buffalo. Rochester 14-10-0. Didn't you like that? Columbus over the Qs, and I think I did all this. Yes. Mama's Dead, Gwinnett, Nashville, Indianapolis, St. Paul, Round Rock. Yeah, I did all that. It's nice. By the way, my camera cat. This is, of course, my camera cat, Uno. You love Uno. You wish you can keep her. Yes, I know. Everybody does, doesn't it? Yay. Little Uno. Little putty tat, aren't you? Okay. Go on. Okay, we're done with baseball for tonight. I know you're saying, where's college baseball? Don't worry, we'll bring it back. We'll bring it back tomorrow. Right now, just got to push on. And yes, we are still on the air. Hooray. Okay, what do we do now? Oh, yes. There we go. It's so nice that things go completely right. Let's go to the NBA, and we'll tell you all the scores there. Okay, we got one game still going on, believe it or not. It's the Minnesota Timberwolves over the LA Clippers. Timberwolves lead the Clippers with 3:42 left to play, 99-95. And a strange incident occurred in that game. A fan tried to glue themselves to the court at the Clips T-Wolves game. Yow. Cavaliers lost to the Brooklyn Nets 115-108, and that was it. Yes, that was it. So, with that, we go to the playoff bracket, and let's give you the shot of shots. And the full NBA. Hi there. Let's see. The full NBA playoff bracket and this week's schedule. We'll give it to you right here. And right now, if we can get rid of that mess up. Come on. Come on. Okay, let's go to the play-in games. Let's see. Tuesday, April 12th, Nets won. Timberwolves won. So that means that Wednesday night, you'll get the Hornets and Hawks, Spurs and Pelicans live on ESPN. Now, Friday, the winner of the Hornets and Hawks will take on the Cavaliers on ESPN, while the winner of Spurs and Pelicans will take on the loser of the Clippers and Timberwolves on TNT. And then we only know of just that. Yep. Yeah, there's only one thing we know, and it's just the play-in games. Because right now we're not sure of the second round teams yet. So there you go. Done and done with that. Yahoo. All right, let's. Did we do the NHL? No, but we're doing it right now. Okay. By the way, now that we've done the NBA, and the NBA is now into their playoff format, let us go to the G League to wrap up the basketball segment. And what can we say? But we are now in the G League finals, presented by YouTube TV, and the whole thing got underway Tuesday with number 3 Delaware Blue Coats at the number 1 Rio Grande Valley Vipers. That is tonight. And right now, the final score, we can get tonight's solo game going. Okay, let's. Okay, thank you. Rio Grande Valley Vipers defeated the Delaware Blue Coats 145 to 128, which means game 2 be Thursday, April 14th, live from Delaware, and the rubber game of the match will be live from Texas. So right now, Delaware would need to win Thursday, or it's all over. And the Rio Grande Valley Vipers will be your G League champions. Ooh. Yes, so G League is almost done, which means the WNBA will suddenly appear every time you are near. Also, we want to remind you the USFL returns. It isn't your grandpa's USFL. Um, that is correct. The USFL will debut with 10 good weeks. Yep. The 2022 United States Football League, formerly the Summer League season, kicks off Saturday, April 16th with a matchup between the New Jersey Generals and the Birmingham Stallions, 7:30 p.m., April 16th. You can see it on NBC and Fox. There'll be a total of 43 USFL games featuring 4 games a week during the 10-week regular season, followed by 2 playoff games and a championship game. Now, 20 of those games will take place on Sundays, 19 on Saturdays, and 4 on Friday nights. So there you go. And all regular season games for this season will be contested in the city of Birmingham, Alabama, at 2 venues, Protective Stadium and Legion Field. Playoff and championship games will be held at the Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton. NBC Sports will air 22 USFL regular season games on NBC, 9 of them, USA Network, 9 of them, and Peacock, 4. Fox will air a total of 14 games. So there you go. And of course, once again, the Generals and the Stallions, 7:30, April 16th on NBC, Peacock, and Fox. Houston Gamblers take on the Michigan Panthers, April 17th on NBC and Peacock. That'll be at noon Eastern, with the Philadelphia Stars and the New Orleans Breakers at 4 on USA, and the Tampa Bay Bandits at the Pittsburgh Maulers at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox Sports Uno. So there I go with the first week. That's right. We give that to you on a stingent. Why? Because we're happy. Okay, football, another attempt. And next year, USFL will have its competition returning. That will be, of course, the new and improved, though I overhype it, I know. XFL has returned under the ownership and tutelage of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and the National Football League is in on it too. So, Let's go from the hardwood to hard synthetic ice. Get you updated on all the action of the National Hockey League, and we do so like this. 2 games still going on, both in the third period. 8:01 left to play in the third period. The Vancouver Canucks lead the Vegas Golden Knights 4-3. Meanwhile, the New Jersey Devils have piled on the Arizona Coyotes 5-2. Final in the OT, or as we like to call it, the overtime. Florida Panthers defeat the Anaheim not-so-mighty Ducks in overtime 3-2. Duclair for Florida, 2 goals. Gibson for Anaheim, 52 saves. Huberdeau for Florida, 1 goal. Sabres over the Maple Leafs by a score of 5-2. Dahlin for Buffalo, 1 goal, 1 assist. Tuck for Buffalo, 2 assists. And Anderson for Buffalo, 24 saves. Carolina, almost said Colorado, but I stopped myself. The Carolina Hurricanes beat the New York Rangers by a score of 4-2. Ow! For Carolina, 1 goal, 2 assists. Jarvis for Carolina, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Creeder for the Rangers, just 1 lone goal. Washington Capitals took care of the Philadelphia Flyers 9-2. Eller for Washington, 2 goals. Larson for Washington, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Irwin for Washington, 1 goal, 1 assist. St. Louis Blues over the Boston Bruins 4-2. Tarasenko for St. Louis, 2 goals. Krug for St. Louis, 1 goal, 1 assist. And Bukinovich for St. Louis, 2 assists. Florida Senators, let's try that again, shall we? Here we go. Ottawa Senators over the Detroit Red Wings 4-1. It kind of looks like it's the end of the road for their coach. I have a feeling they're going to be looking for a new coach soon. Might be looking for a new GM. Norris for Ottawa, 1 assist. Cider for Detroit, 1 assist. And Forsberg for Ottawa, 24 saves. We keep the ball rolling. In a shootout, New York Islanders over the Pittsburgh Penguins, 5-4. Sorkin for the Islanders, 43 saves. Bailey for the Islanders, 2 goals. And Gunsel for Pittsburgh, 2 goals. Minnesota Wild over the Edmonton Oilers, 5-1. Fiala for Minnesota, 2 goals. Hartman for Minnesota, 2 goals. And Brodin for Minnesota, no stats. He was that good. Final in overtime, Predators over the Sharks, 1-0. Saros for Nashville, 25 saves. Johansson for Nashville, 1 goal. And Borowiecki for Nashville. We don't know because they didn't print it. LA Kings beat the Chicago Blackhawks 5-2. Danault for Los Angeles, 1 goal, 1 assist. Arvidsson for LA, 2 assists. And Lizotte for LA, 2 goals. Calgary Flames over the Seattle Kraken. I love that pause. 5-3. Gaudreau for Calgary, 2 assists. Kachuk for Calgary, 3 goals. And Hannafin, that's me, for Calgary, 1 goal, 1 assist. Dallas Stars beat the two-time defending NHL Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning, 1-0. Hintz for Dallas, 1 goal. Wedgwood for Dallas, 25 saves. And Vasilevsky for Tampa Bay, 28 saves. There you go. Let's take you around the minor leagues now. That's right. Let's go for those minor league hockey games. Yeehaw, shuck 'em chickens. Yes, indeed. In the American Hockey League, oh, let's rock this puppy. Let's roll this puppy. And let's show this puppy. It's the AHL. And let's take you on a worthy thing we like to call the game board. If we can do that. Okay, apparently something is not exactly right. Okay, let's disappear that. Let's go over there. Let's get the scores up. Okay, let's get the scores up. There are no games tonight. They're in their playoff form. All right, so we go from that to the Big O, the Ontario Hockey League. And with that, we go. Damn. Okay, no games tonight, but 3 games on Wednesday. So we'll give you those details on our Wednesday show. Okay, so we're doing our best. We've also got sports media leftovers coming up. Let's go to the ECHL, the East Coast Hockey League. Why they calling it just by their initials, I have no idea, but still, it's a happy face and a happy time. That's right. We're going overtime tonight, kids, because I was somewhat indisposed in the restroom, so we are going an extra 10 minutes. So, here we go. Hi, how are you? Okay, no games last night, but there will be games tonight. And by tonight, I'm talking, of course, uh, the playoff games. Yes, we do have playoff games. Okay, so we say bye bye to that. Let's say bye bye to that. Let's say bye bye to that. Thank you. Oi. And the word they shows up. Thank you. All right, let's go to the Southern Professional Hockey League, the Spiel, as we like to call it. And the Spiel is pretty damn good. Let's go to the Spiel. Let's take you now to the scores. And no games on Tuesday because they're also in playoff form. So let's just pretend the other league doesn't have anything, but we'll just put it in anyways. What the hell? All right, let's. Yep, nothing going on until Thursday. So, folks, our hockey report is now done. Yay! That means one thing: we go to the headlines and then to our international report. So here we go. Ah, yes, Major League Baseball had another first. In the third inning of Tuesday night's game between the Padres and Giants, San Francisco's Alyssa Nakken made Major League Baseball history to become the first woman to coach on the field in a Major League Baseball game after their regular coach, Anton Richardson, was ejected. So, huzzah! Richardson was ejected in the top of the third by first base umpire Greg Gibson while apparently instructing the defense. As for Nakinen, she fulfilled some of the usual duties of the first base coach, which was not bad. The 31-year-old had been a part of the Giants organization since 2014 when she started as an intern in baseball operations. She now serves as a Major League assistant coach on manager Gabe Kapler's staff. In the past, she's worked on outfield and base running instruction, and in January of 2020, she became the first woman to hold a full-time coaching position in Major League Baseball. So there you go. Nice to read about that. Uh well, if you thought if you thought Daniel Snyder had problems, oh boy, you ain't seen anything yet. Controversy has followed the Washington Commanders, i.e., the former Washington Redskins, and owner Dan Snyder over the past few off seasons, and now it may be ramping up more. 2 weeks ago, Front Office Sports reported that the Commanders may have used 2 books of financial information and records that gave different accounts of the franchise's financial situation. Now, evidence has come to light to support the claim. According to the 20-page letter sent from the House Committee on Oversight and Reform to the Federal Trade Commission, Snyder and the Commanders may have engaged in a troubling, long-running, and potentially unlawful pattern of financial conduct This report includes Commanders withholding as much as $5 million in refundable deposits from season ticket holders. The letter also claimed Washington hid money that was to be shared among the NFL owners. The allegations were made by Jason Freeman, who served as the vice president of sales and customer service for the Commanders for 24 years. Freeman reportedly gave an account to the committee that lined up with Front Office Sports' earlier report saying the franchise had two sets of books, one of which included underreported ticket revenue. These were reportedly maintained by former CFO Stephen Choi and another employee. The letter also alleges that Washington improperly claimed revenue by saying money came from events such as the Navy-Notre Dame college football game that took place at FedEx Field, as well as the Kenny Chesney concert. Freeman told the committee that he falsely processed over $162,000 from Commanders' NFL game tickets as being derived from the Navy-Notre Dame game. Money from those events would not be part of the NFL's pool, and the money made through this method was reportedly known internally as juice. Ticket revenue is supposed to be shared among the 32 NFL teams, with 40% deposited into a visiting team fund. Freeman also gave the committee documents indicating that Washington withheld security deposits from customers who had purchased multi-year season tickets for certain seats that should have been returned. The Commanders have previously denied any financial malpractice. The Commanders said in a statement March 31st, courtesy of the Washington Post, quote, the team category denies any suggestion of financial impropriety of any kind at any time. We adhere to the strict internal processes that are consistent with industry and accounting standards, are audited annually by a globally respected independent auditing firm, and are also subject to regular audits by the NFL. We continue to cooperate fully with the committee's work, end quote. On Tuesday, an NFL spokesperson provided a statement to NFL media regarding the allegations. Quote, we continue to cooperate with the Oversight Committee and have provided more than 210,000 pages of documents. The NFL has engaged former SEC Chair Mary Jo White to review the serious matters raised by the committee. John Keim of ESPN spoke with Representative Raja Krishnamurthy, Democrat of Illinois, who was one of the signatures on the letter. He said, quite frankly, as you go through the allegations, it reads like a description of some organization out there of the Godfather and not an NFL football team. It really helps to color the culture and impunity that other witnesses have described and the evidence of severe dysfunction. The committee sent the letter to the FTC to provide it with the information and documents necessary to determine whether the Commanders violated laws which are enforced by the FTC. Now, according to Freeman's testimony, Snyder and Washington could be in hot water. No shit. And Snyder might lose his team. And I think maybe some of the radio stations, I don't know, but I think some of the radio stations that he owns could also be in trouble, or maybe just the team that he owns. I don't know if there is ever a team that was bounced from the National Football League. We should look that up, guys. We should. And we will somehow, some way, someday. Sunrise, sunset. All right. Yes. More fan frustration. Opening day in Cincinnati is essentially a holiday. Businesses give employees the day off. There's a parade through downtown. And even though this wasn't a traditional opening day, the crowd was large and in charge. And yet, hours before the aforementioned home opener, a member of the family that owns the Reds cast a shadow over everything. The principal owner and chairman of the Reds is Bob Castellini. His son Phil is the president and chief operating officer who runs business and ballpark operation. Now, Phil Castellini didn't care what the said in an interview on 700 WLW. He doesn't care what the fans think because, quote, you have no choice but to root for them or the team will be sold and moved. Yow. For those who didn't listen, we just transcribed it in simple English. Now, it's difficult to know where to even start. Sort of. The man was asked about what he would say to fans who are frustrated with the lack of on field success. And before he said complete more, he said profitable and make more money. Those are two main pillars every fan wants from their team, right? Profitability and for the owners to make more money. Then, so long as the owners are taken care of, we get to hope for our favorite team to win. Ooh. Sarcasm aside, let's reiterate the biggest takeaway here. An owner of a team was asked what he wanted to say to fans who are frustrated. And the message he wanted to convey to fans was that he wishes he could make more money, and for seemingly no reason other than to be cruel, he threw, well, the whole maybe we should move nonsense that some owners like to dangle on occasion. Now, these are paying customers Castellini is speaking to, the overwhelming majority of whom have exponentially less financial clout than a family able to own and operate a Major League Baseball team. It's just unbelievably tone deaf. Castellini family bought the Reds in 2006. Since then, they have had a losing record 10 times, a winning record 4 times, made the playoffs 4 times. One of those 4 was 2026 Magic playoffs, and have gone 0-4 in playoff series. They've gone 2-9 in playoff games. Asking the Castellini family about a frustrated fan base is beyond reasonable. It's easy and obvious. There would be now. Let's dig in on the sell the team to whom rhetoric, since he acted like there was no chance anyone else would lower themselves to owning the team. Well, there would absolutely be interested buyers. The Marlins were sold in 2017 for 1.2 bill. There's no question the Reds have more prestige and play in a market that would land more than the Marlins did, even if you disagree with the settlement sentiment. The Castellini family bought the club in 2006 for $270 million. Line up those figures, even allowing for inflation and asset appreciation. Are the Royals compatible to the Reds? Possibly. They were purchased in 2019 for 1.11 bill. For what it's worth, Forbes estimated the Reds' value at 1.19 billion. Mr. Castellini, you've got a lot of ass kissing to do, and the fans are bending over right now with their box of chapstick for you, because you're going to have to kiss a lot of fan ass. Okay, do we have any further news depasion? Oh yes, let's uh, let's talk about it. We spoke it. Okay, well, a woman reportedly attempted to glue herself to the court late in the second quarter of the play-in tournament game between the Clippers and Minnesota Timberwolves on Tuesday night. She was removed after a short delay. According to TNT sideline reporter Ali LaForce, security guards said the woman glued herself to the floor by her wrist and refused to lift her wrist up. The reason for the interruption was not known. However, following the incident, a global grassroots network of animal rights activists named Direct Action Everywhere claimed responsibility for the protests, saying in a press release that it was in response to an alleged animal rights issue at Timberwolf owner Glenn Taylor's egg farm. The incident took place with 3:34 remaining in the second quarter. Timberwolves forward Jared Vanderbilt was attempting free throws at the other end of the court with Minnesota trailing 45-38. Took just a few minutes to remove the woman and clear the court of the bizarre scene. After the fan was removed, Vanderbilt made his second free throw as Minnesota closed the half on a 15-6 run to take 53-51 lead into halftime. Which, if we're not mistaken, or is that mistaken? They continue. Continue to play. Let's get an update for you. 22 seconds left in the final act. Oh, wait a minute. It is over. Final score, Minnesota 109, LA Clippers 104. So the Timberwolves will face the Grizzlies in the first round of the playoffs. Yay! Ain't that nice? Okay. The LA Clippers will face winner of San Antonio and New Orleans. Okay, that was nice. It was nice to deliver that, wasn't it? Yes, it were. Okay, let's go over to the Beeb, over to our friends in England, and give you some scores from their game. That's right. When we do it, Lacadius. In the Champions League quarterfinals, Bayern Munich took care of Villarreal. Actually, they tied at 1, but on total, it was Villarreal over Bayern Munich 2-1. Chelsea beat Real Madrid in final score 3-2, but Real Madrid did the beat down 5-4. Women's World Cup qualifying, Finland over Georgia 6-0. Sweden and the Republic of Ireland tied at 1. Spain a 2-0 winner over Scotland. Iceland a 1-0 winner over the Czech Republic. Luxembourg over North Macedonia 2-1. Austria over Latvia 8-0. England over Northern Ireland 5-0. Bosnia-Herzegovina 2-0 over Montenegro. Denmark over Azerbaijan 2-0. Albania over Armenia 4-0. Norway over Poland 2-1. Belgium over Kosovo 6-1. Romania over Croatia 1-0. Lithuania over Moldova 4-0. Italy over Switzerland 1-0. Serbia over Germany 3-2. Israel over Turkey 1-0. Portugal over Bulgaria 3-0. Wales over Kazakhstan 3-0. Greece over Estonia 3-0. France over Slovenia 1-0. Okay, so in the Australian A-League, Melbourne and Brisbane play to a 0-0 tie. Adelaide beat Sydney 3-2. Okay, and that means for us, we go to our last little segment. Yes, the last little soup song. That's right. Okay, let us zingo the strings. All right. In soccer, in the European Champions League playoffs, Bayern Munich and Villarreal tied at 1. Chelsea beat Real Madrid 3-2. And there we go. Nice little repage there. Let's see. It was 1-3 after extra time. The first leg result was 3-1 Real Madrid, and in the aggregate, it was 5-4 Real Madrid. There you go. Okay, in Spain, Real Betis over Valencia 75-68. Excusez-moi. Finland, the Liga, a Finnish league of hockey, playoffs in overtime. Turku over Livs 3-2. Tapra over Kuku 5-1. In Sweden, Rogel over Oskarshamn 4-1. In baseball, in the Japan Professional Baseball League, Junichi Dragons over the Hanshin Tigers 2-1. Chibalati Marines over the Fukuoka Silverhawks by a score of 3-0. Nippon Ham Fighters over the Cebu Lions 3-0. Orc Buffaloes and Rakuten Golden Eagles were postponed. The Occult Swallows over the Hiroshima Carp 3-10. The Murray Giants over the Oklahoma Bay Stars 10-4. Alrighty, let's see. Right now in the 8th inning, it's the Dodgers 7, Minnesota 2. In the ninth inning, Diamondbacks and Astros are tied at 1, and in the eighth inning, it's all Giants, 11-2 over the Padres. It makes for an entertaining baseball season indeed. In South Korea, the Kia Tigers beat the Lodi Giants 6-5. Kimum Heroes over the NC Dinos 10-love. Doosan Bears over the KT Wiz Swan 3-1. SSG Landers over the LG Twins 4-1. Samsung Lions over the Hawaii Eagles 2-0. In cricket, yes, friends, in cricket. The Chennai Super Kings won over the Royal Challengers Bangalore. They won by 23 runs. And in the one-day international cricket tournament, Nambia roasted the okay, I think that's it. In that case, we're done. That's right, we are done. I think, did we do the, yeah, we did. If we missed any, we'll get all for you in a nice, neat, beautiful tie-in tomorrow. But for us, that is it. We are done. We went over because I had to use the bathroom. But we're back, and we will be back tomorrow, same time, same humid place, our little studio here in Jackson, Michigan. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Steve, the Backsman Baxley, saying from all of us here at Steve's Sporty Balls, keep your sporty balls nice and clean and with a little sheen, because they're your balls, but they gotta shine. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Good night. This has been a presentation of Mr. Fine Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and the fine folks at L2C Sports. We talk to you tomorrow, which we will. Why? Because tomorrow we got some wrestling. AEW is going to be somewhere this week, and we're going to have some fun tomorrow as well. Thank you, everybody, for watching. From all of us here at Steve's Sporty Balls, keep your balls clean, shiny, and proud. Good night, everybody.